Hello friends, welcome to the new month of December. We are going to start this month with looking at data visualization using R. And to kick us off on the first episode of the 4-part series, we are going to look at how can you visualize one single numeric variable. And as you can see from here at the top left, you have a histogram. At the top right, you have a density plot, and then you can combine the two to have this. Now, let's go to R and have a look at how we can visualize our data using code. So here we are in Rstudio, and we're going to follow the same procedures. If you've gone through the videos on data cleaning that I have uploaded previously, you already know that I am for using the datasets available in R so that you can as well practice whenever you get chance and time to do so. Now, today we are going to continue using the Star Wars dataset that we looked at previously that comes from the dplyr R package. And I'm not going to explain a lot about how you go about doing these things. You're just going to have to kind of follow me or take a look at the videos and you'll understand what I'm talking about. Let's begin. Now, you load the dplyr R package using the library function. Dplyr R, run that. Next, we need the data set. Use the data function. Wrap around the quotes our Star Wars. As you can see in the global environment, our dataset has been loaded. Now let's save it as star. The reason for this is covered in the previous videos. So we have that. Let's look at it. So as you can see, you have a number of variables, 14 to be precise. What we are interested in is a numeric variable. We are going to look at height. As you can see, it contains about 60 to 200. It's in the range of 60 to 280. Okay, let's go back to our script. Now, we are going to make use of the ggplot2 package by Hadley Wickham. Let's load that in using the library function. Now, if this is not already installed in your system, you're going to have to install it. But since mine is already, so to install it, let me just cover that a bit for someone who may not already have the package installed. So it is install.packages. Have that, then ggplot2. Then you can run this and the package will be installed. Once it's installed, you can now use the library function to load it into R. But since I already have it installed, I'm not going to run this. So I have ggplot2. I missed the T there. So we run this. Our package has been loaded. Now we call the ggplot function ggplot. Let's just write a small comment here. We're looking at a numeric variable. And to be precise, we are looking at one numeric variable. First, we are looking at our histogram. So ggplot function, we pass in the dataset star, followed by the aesthetics, which in this case, we are going to pass in one variable, x, the height, and we're passing one variable because the geom histogram which we are using, geom histogram, only accepts one variable input. So let's run this. As you can see, our data has been plotted. Let's look at the console a bit. So as you can see, there is a warning message, removed 6 rows. These are missing values. And then they have used bins set to 30. We can adjust that. We can adjust the bins, the number of bins or the bin width. So when we adjust the number of bins, let's go with 20. We have that. Let's adjust this again to 10. So 10. This is what we have. We can leave it at that, or let's look at 15. This is just a matter of try and error and see what best displays your data. I think we can stick with 10. Okay. Next, let's give this chart a bit of life. I call it giving it a bit of life. Let's give it some color. We use the fill function. So you can just type, let's go with red. When you run this, here is your histogram. Next, let's look at how you can plot a density chart. Density plot, density plot. Now, you can basically just use this code. So I'm just going to copy and paste, then I'll modify it. So we're interested in a density plot, so we're changing this to geom density. And then we have to remove this because we are not using bins. And then let's run this and see. Wow, looks nice. Now, lastly, let's look at a combination of the two charts. Let's just call it both. So I'm still going to use the same. Let's just paste this. Then we are going to make some adjustments here. First adjustment that we make is to add another layer called geom density. Geom density. And we are going to use color here. Color. Let's use black since that histogram is in red. Let's use black to differentiate the two. Next, here we are going to pass into this function geom histogram another function, the aesthetics. And in this aesthetics, we are passing a y value, and our y value is going to be the density, and we are going to pass it as an after start. After start density. So let's run this and see what we have. Looks like it's not plotting. What could be the issue? Ah, there is an error here. So we're having this. We need another bracket for the aesthetics. Let's try running this and see. Wow, wow, wow. So as you can see, now we have our third chart having the histogram as well as a density plot layered on it. Well, that's the end of today's video, or should I say this week's video. I hope you enjoyed the learning. Give it a try. You need to practice in order to master these things. So try out things. Don't be afraid to fail. Failure is part of the learning. It gives you room to grow. It gives you room to find out what's not working and what can work. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, go ahead and like, subscribe to the channel, and keep a lookout for the new videos that will be popping in the coming weeks. We shall be looking at more visualizations and looking at how you can represent the different variables. So thanks for watching. Happy learning and happy December.